Hello, nation. This is Charms News at 7, and I'm Chet You Betcha.
And I'm Kringle McCringleberry. And today, we're talking about the wonderful story of Senator
Clover.
Clover. Thank you. I'm sorry. I know him better as Shamrock. He filibustered yesterday over the Senate Bill 777, and it was very interesting.
It was very interesting.
Yes.
What I think is more interesting, though, is President Biv's his demeanor on our show.
Yeah, it was actually very interesting.
I've heard stories, and I did not believe them.
Well, our senior reporter Fudge was doing those interviews, and it was
yes.
It was interesting. He was actually trying to keep his composure, which he did very well, but
he just,
with our president, it's you never know what can happen.
Now, we have a few clips for you today. The first one we're going to show is from the president's recent State of the Union address. And I guess we'll show that now.
Now, I understand. Some of your gold has not been returned to you. But I can promise you, if you pass this bill, everything will change. Your gold will be returned to you. Just pass it first. That's all you need to do. Pass it, then read it. And I can promise you. I can promise all the Leprechaun people.
It was a fine State of the Union, but
I agree. He kind of sounded like former President Obama. You remember how he sounded way back when?
Yes, I do. That was a while
He was a wonderful Leprechaun.
Yes, he was.
Some might not say.
Now we have some excerpts from our interview from our senior staff reporter, Fudge, with President Biv.
Hello, President Biv. Thank you for joining me on the show.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to be here.
So, I've heard about your recent State of the Union address where you tried to pass the Bill 777.
Yes. The Bill 777. As you know, of course, the rainbow hasn't been doing very well lately. Due to inflation, due to debt, people are losing their gold, and it's very understandable why people are not necessarily happy with with my regime.
So, can you elaborate on what PACs have been helping you in your campaign?
Yes, my PAC came from a committee representing Kellogg. They have been very generous with the money they have given me, and I have also been very, very strict about the whole soft money, hard money situation. I've made sure that everything that I have received is hard money. It's something that I know the people like. They know that they can't necessarily give me an unlimited amount of money because it gives me, as the incumbent, of course, more of an edge on my competition. So I am trying to, and in my next 4 years, I will try to eliminate hard money from any sort of campaign whatsoever, so that the campaigns themselves are more even.
So tell me about Senate Bill 777.
Alright. So the Senate bill, alright? It's in the Lucky Charms committee right now in the Senate. I'm doing what I can to get it passed as soon as possible so that my Leprechaun people can benefit from it. I know there's some people in the Senate, some people in the House. I ain't supporting it too much, but look, they just gotta understand. They gotta trust me. That's why I'm the head chief. They gotta understand that I've got the power. I can make it work. Sign it, and we'll go from there.
And I understand that Senator Clover Grieveland filibustered this bill.
Yeah, that fool. He stood up there for 24 hours. Alright? Now, I was watching it at home, laughing the whole time. The missus was making me dinner. It was all good. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. I TiVo'd it. Not TiVo. TiVo. Alright? Don't get that wrong. I know that's y'all kids right nowadays. Anyway. Yeah. I don't think he's got a point in anything he's saying. I know that what I said wasn't conventional. It wasn't something that a president would say. You gotta understand, though. I ain't no president. I am the president of this wonderful country. His filibuster ain't gonna do nothing. This bill's gonna pass, and I'm gonna get reelected.
Well, Mr. President, this has been very interesting. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me, sir. That was wonderful. The filibuster. Senator Shamrock, Cleveland, Clover.
Yes.
The filibuster was very, very, very strange. Did you get a chance to watch it?
It was a national event. Almost as popular as the Charm Bowl.
Yes.
But but
that was a wonderful game.
it was a great game. But what
he seemed a little with the shovel at the end.
He did.
It seemed like the time had gotten
I
to
think
him.
we all would after 24 hours. And
Absolutely.
here's a clip from the event.
Fudge.
I come to you, my fellow leprechaun men, in the Leprechaun Congress of the United Leprechauns of America. I come to talk to you today about Senate Bill 777. And that is why my wife and I were in Cancun in the summer of '62. My fellow senators, the final thing I have to say, they're magically delicious.
Didn't seem. Hopefully he won't have filibustered for nothing.
I hope not, because he was in an interview with our reporter Fudge, actually just today. So I think we're going to show you a bit of that now.
Take it away, Fudge.
Hello, Mr. Senator.
Hello.
It's very nice for you to join me on my show.
I'm happy to be here.
If you could give the audience an introduction about who you are and what you stand for.
I'm Senator Clover Grieveland, Clover Shamrock Grieveland, and I am running for president of the United Leprechauns of America. I'm from the Shamrock Leprechaun state, and I'm in the Senate currently, and I'm opposing Senate Bill 777, colloquially known as the Rainbow Bill, that our President Roy G. Biv is trying to pass.
Yeah, I recently recently filibustered that, I understand.
I did. It was quite the experience. I was on the floor for nigh on 24 hours, and many people were starting to get angry at me. I mainly filibustered the bill because the president said, just pass it. Don't read it. And I said, that is irresponsible. And we do not need a president like that in our great nation. So you see here, one of the provisions of this new Rainbow Bill the president is trying to pass, Senate Bill 777, he's trying to strengthen the rainbow by keeping the gold from others, instead of redistributing the gold throughout the economy, throughout the rainbow, as you will. And I'm against his elite gold party keeping this money, and I believe it is the money for the leprechauns, not for the gold party. And that's all I have to say about that.
I can take that, Mr. Senator.
Thank you.
So, tell me about your current presidential run.
Well, I've had support from many PACs. I actually want to talk about that. The PACs that support me, there's numerous of them. While they're not very big PACs, but they've made a large contribution to my campaign. Do you mind if I take these off? Now, the President Roy G. Biv talked about how his campaign only received hard money and no soft money. Well, that's actually wrong. I have the statements, the public PAC contributions. They must be made public by the recent Anti-Soft Money Act, and it did not pass. Part of the bill passed, which is why I have the statements right here. And they say most of his money. Oh, here the statements are coming, and here they are. And as we can see, the majority of the money our president received is coming from the Kellogg's PAC, I believe. Kellogg's PAC, yes. And if we look in closer, it's actually coming from a select few people. Now, this to me is soft money. These people contributed over $500 million to his campaign. That is soft money. That is not good. For my campaign, I'm proposing a bill to eliminate these soft money contributions. And as you can see on my numbers that we see here, I have no soft money contributions, only hard money. Now, hard money, it's limited, so no one's buying my vote. Whereas our president I think he might be bought out.
Now, I understand you have some personal opinions on how the president acted during his last 4 years.
Yes, the president has acted very immaturely in his time in office, as you can see by his recent interview with you. He started off acting, the proper way a president should act. And as the interview went on, I understand it's a stressful job, but he went from being a proper president, very respectful, to being a rude, uncouth person. And I don't think that's the kind of person we need as president for this great leprechaun
Thank you for joining
nation.
me tonight, Mr. Senator.
It's been a pleasure, and vote for me, Clover the Shamrock Grieveland. Thank you.
We have our senior reporter Fudge today. How did you feel about that interview with Senator Shamrock Grieveland?
It was really interesting. In fact, it was almost eye-opening. He brought up very many good points, and I think he will be, the next presidential run will be one to watch, because I think it'll be close.
I agree with you completely, Fudge. That's all we have for you today, folks. I'm Kringle McCringleberry here, alongside my wonderful partner. Can't remember his name, but it'll come to me in a second. Just give me time.
Shit, you betcha.
That's right. And our senior reporter, Fudge.
I'm Fudge.
That's all for tonight. Thank you. It was actually very strange. Because it's going to run you high. But YOLO, so.
So, most of the money has come from PACs, I understand. Could you elaborate on what that is?
No, I can't. Because I don't remember. Stop recording.
So,
Why?
I also understand that one of the senators, Clover Grieveland.
No, you have to be like Clover Shamrock Grieveland.
Clover the Shamrock.
We gotta start this whole part over again. We're just gonna
It's
scrap.
very interesting talk with you, Mr. President.
Yes, it was very nice to have you here. Or
Thank you
have
for
me.
meeting me. It's very nice to have me here. You could have said that.
Yeah, that would have been pretty funny. And I'm also running for current president of the United Leprechauns of America. And I'm a representative of the Leprechaun Party.
I think you're gonna have to start that one over.
You're such an idiot.
Well, you have to have
The
one,
United
right?
States of my bad, one country.
That's a country across the sea. I believe we need someone a little bit more upstanding. I hear he treats his wife as if she was a slave as well. He kicks her down the rainbow. He doesn't pull her with him on the rainbow. I don't know where I was going.